ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ ಹರಿ ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣೇಶಾಯ ನಮಃ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣಮೂರ್ತಿ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಿ, ದಂಬೆ, ಪುಣಚ. We were seeing a broad outline of Vedanta, where we had seen 3 points. One, what is Brahma Vidya? Second, what is Brahman? And the third, what is world or prapancha? So, Brahma Vidya means knowledge of the Brahman, the all-pervading reality, the final truth. And Brahman, that is the final truth, the eternal truth or absolute pure essential nature of pure consciousness present in every being. That is the essence of every being. And the third, that word or prapancha, the various kinds of substances or objects having different names and different forms being perceived. The substratum for such a world like this to appear or manifest and then disappear is itself Brahman, the ultimate reality that we saw. So today, the fourth point. This Brahman is not an entity which is not seen by anyone and existing somewhere in Satyaloka or Brahmaloka, or maybe in Vishnu Loka or Vaikuntha Loka or Kshirasagara, or a Shivaloka or Kailasa, or Devi Loka or Shakti Loka or Manidvipa, and so on. It is not some entity that is existing in somewhere, or Goloka or Sri Krishna Loka also. It is indeed our essential nature of being alone. Our real nature of core, real nature or core of being or existence is called Atman. Thus, because our Atman alone is Brahman, the knowledge of Atman, Atma Vidya itself is the knowledge of Brahman or Brahma Vidya. If Atman or ourself is known or cognized, then it amounts to our knowing or cognizing Brahman alone. So, knowing Atman is same as knowing Brahman, because Brahman is all pervading in every being. He is the core existence or the core essence, substratum of everything. So, that is the one we call as Atman. When we consider usually, individually, if we say, but actually it is the same as the whole Brahman. Brahman and Atman are same. Vyashti and Samashti. Vyashti means in the individual, we may say Pratyagatma. The Samashti, that we say the Brahman or Paragatma or Brahman. So that is the fourth point. Pratyak means inside. So it is said in Shrutis also, in Narayana Sukta, Antarbahishcha tat sarvam vyapya narayana sthitaha. So that Paramatma or Brahman resides inside and outside, everywhere. That's why that is the final truth. That is the driving force of everything. That is Brahman. That is the Atman. Nothing else is there as a truth. All others are not the permanent truths. All others are just visible for a time period, or in a, that is in kala, desha, and vyaktigata differences are there for others, relative all are, but the absolute truth is the Brahman, what we say here in Vedanta. Instead of calling him or calling that Paratattva as Krishna, Rama, Shiva, and all that, beyond all dualities of Shaivism, Vaishnavism, Shakta, or Ganapatya, Saura, Kapalika, anything. Here it is the final truth what we are discussing without any complications, without any confusions. So that is the fourth point. Fifth point, if a person who is suffering a great deal because of an illness or sickness gets cured from it, he regains his healthy state. Is it not? Similarly, when we human beings who are experiencing the miseries of this samsara, so difficulties of this samsara or mortal existence, material existence, passing from one birth to another, when we attain the knowledge that our Atman or self is Brahman alone, and this Atman is pure consciousness which exists eternally, is pure and is not in the least vulnerable to be subjugated by the bondage of mundane existence or laukika, materialistic world, or samsara, then all our miseries disappear and our innate nature of being is regained. This alone is the benefit accruing from Brahma Vidya, or the knowledge of Brahman, the ultimate reality. So we will be devoid of all the miseries. That is the benefit. What all are getting from this Brahma Vidya. That's why it is important, because every human being is trying to getting devoid of these miseries or difficulties in the life, and everybody wants to be happy. Everybody wants to get peace, mental peace and physical happiness. So that we can get that benefit by the knowledge of Brahman, the true knowledge, not half knowledge or not other like paths. The sixth point, so actually this fifth point is based on the Mandukya Upanishad Shankara Bhashya. Sixth point, we superimpose or misconceive happiness and misery, which are not there at all in our Atman or self, upon our essential nature of the self, and then further misconceive that the body, the senses, the mind, the intellect, that is buddhi, and the ego, aham, or I notion, ahamkara, all these are tagged on or appended to Atman or the self. We superimpose. That is called adhyasa or avidya. To do so is itself avidya or ignorance. That is, we are thinking that I am the body, senses, mind, intellect or buddhi, and the ego or I notion, that is aham. So, Sharira or Dehatma Buddhi, Shariratma Buddhi, or Indriyatma Buddhi, Indriyas, mind, that's Manas, Chitta, Buddhi, Ahankara, everything are not actually our real existence. If we know all these are me, then it is nothing but avidya or ignorance, ajnana. To determine that our Atman or the self is eternally pure, that he does not have even the least contact or relationship with any other thing or entity, and further that such a contact to exist is an improbability, is vidya or knowledge. So, what is vidya or knowledge? Determining that our Atman or self is eternally pure, nishkalanka, nitya parishuddha, and that he does not have even the least contact or relationship with any other thing or entity in the world, including our body, senses, everything, because they are not related, entirely different. And further, that such a contact to exist is an improbability. If you realize that, that is vidya or knowledge. Because we see here so many bodies, that is so many jivas, what we call generally. But there is no actual relationship, the true relationship between this pure consciousness or the pure Atma or the Brahma with this. This is all what we see just as due to the avidya or ignorance, because already this is changing continuously. This is not fixed, this is not shashvata. These are all temporary. So it's coming and going, that's all. Agamapayino nityaha. In Gita also Lord Krishna says, Tam titikshasva bharata. You must tolerate everything. You must develop the tolerance, absolute tolerance to everything. You should be a sthita prajna. You should not you should not be affected by all these changes. You should be fixed mind on your real swarupa. That is based on Adhyasa Bhashya 4. That is, Adhyasa Bhashya is the introduction of Brahma Sutra Bhashya by Shankaracharya. That is the sixth point what we are seeing. Now, the seventh point. Everyone knows that I exist. No one can ever get to know that I do not exist. We should recognize or know the real essence of being of this entity of I. This essence of being itself means Atman alone is Brahman. Therefore, there is no cause whatever for the doubt that whether the entity called Brahman exists or not. So, this is also from Sutra Bhashya, Brahma Sutra Bhashya of Adi Shankara Bhagavad-pada. See, whenever at any moment we won't say I don't exist, I exist. So, that I, the existence, pure existence, that is the Atman, that is the Brahman. There is no doubt of its existence, because I always exist. So, that is the thing here. So, actually, there is one Samskrita Subhashita or saying, Yatha khanan khanitrena naro varya adhigacchati evam gurugatam vidyam shvashruchur adhigacchati. Yesterday also we discussed the same topic, similar topic, that is Yatha Khanan Khanitrena. That is from one sadhana we are digging. How we dig in a place and get water using some uh, equipment or some sadhanas, we will get water. In the same way, after serving Guru Shushrusa, after serving a Guru, the same Guru, a single Guru, then only we will get whatever Guru Gatam Vidyam, the Vidya present in that Guru. Not here and there, everybody we can learn. But we will learn good things from everybody, but to follow a path is from a single Guru. So, we should focus on a single principle and the one who teaches that principle. First, we have to decide which principle we can follow, or we like what our pravritti decides which principle to follow, and then whoever is explaining it or whoever is teaching it in a right way, what we feel, whether it is according to the Atma Sakshi, what we feel, then we can follow the principle. But we need not, in today's world, I think it is better to follow the principle rather than a person. Because in this Kali Yuga, we see so many distractions, so many everything beyond the, not beyond, it is other than the truth everywhere we see. All world is full of miseries because nobody is honest here. Actually, majority. That's why better to follow the principle rather than Vyakti Puja here. That is why the Brahma Vidya is better than doing worships of any living person. We can worship a non-living Guru, because there won't be any misunderstandings about the non-living person or any allegations about him, because already he has passed his life. So nothing mistakes he can do, no mistakes he can do after dying. So it's better to follow a principle and a Guru, but you need not follow a person who is living. But if you get really a honest Guru, you can. But still, we should be aware that the principle or the tattva or the siddhanta is more important than the person. Person comes and goes, like agamapayino anityaha. It is the body is not shashvata, but that tattva, that is final. That's why we should follow a principle or the truth. Thank you one and all. You can please add or discuss about the whatever I told today or yesterday. Thank you.